el de Australia y Nueva Zelanda. Llegan a Astorga, el de Australia y Nueva Zelanda. Van para Santiago, por el camino de Santiago, va el de Australia.
Leaving the tiny town of Lorca, we are gifted quiet trails and flower-filled vistas. Just past Villatuerta, the Hermitage of San Miguel is possibly the oldest church in Navarre, dating back to the 10th or 11th century. We take a moment to enjoy the peaceful simplicity. Finally, we're at the much anticipated Irache Monastery, where the fountain distributes as many as 100 litres of free red wine to passing pilgrims every day.
We enjoy ours with a picnic lunch, and then out of town, quick pit stop, and then on our way. Finishing the day halfway up a mountain at a fantastic albergue run by Dutch volunteers, and the daily routine of showering and washing clothes. And we share an amazing communal meal.
We sang a great rendition of What Should We Do with the Drunken Sailor?
And I even ate asparagus soup. Tasted like chicken. It was a bit nippy this morning.
And we set off before breakfast. Wide flat paths seem to make the walking easy. Anyway, our map shows a town within easy reach. By this stage, we've worked out the town doesn't exist.
Kath still hasn't had coffee, and yet oddly, still in a good mood.
This was one of my favourite parts of the Camino. The way the country just really opened up and the sky was enormous. Los Arcos is 13 kilometres from our starting point, and finally we get coffee.
Hashtag Kath on coffee. No wine fountain today, but the stuff is so cheap here, they're almost paying us to drink it. Here's a glimpse of a typical albergue dorm room, complete with daily washing, the nocturnal chorus of snores and stirrings you just have to imagine.
I love my earplugs. This balcony was really cool. It was great to watch the comings and goings of pilgrims and the children playing later on that evening.
Off to a glorious early start at daybreak. How good are the yellow streetlights? Perfect complement to the azure skies. Along the way you'll find many little art projects like this, which have started with someone just putting a couple of stones together. You can see how many people have passed this way.
Ruins are a common sight. They're unexplained mysteries giving us something to speculate about. while the time away.
We'd started this morning with just a vending machine coffee.
11 or so kilometres later, we're looking for breakfast. And we find it opposite the church, where Cesare Borgia was buried in 1507, the illegitimate son of a pope, patron to Leonardo da Vinci and Machiavelli. A controversial figure, his body was moved twice. And here's breakfast. All of this for just €3 each. We have a kind of running joke now, how often the lawns seem to be just mowed when we arrive in town.
Or the bells are ringing.
Oh, they were expecting us. The region of Navarre has been very kind to us, but we are now entering a new region, La Rioja.
And tonight, we break Pilgrim curfew.
Head off on a pinchos tour. I can taste those mushrooms now.
Oh, so good.
We go from bar to bar, tasting the different specialties.
Which include a glass of wine each.
And then after a late finish, we have fun trying to get into our 16th century building, which is set up like an escape room with locks at every turn. We filmed this to show our daughter, but there was just one little thing that we forgot right at the end. You'll see it, just a second.
Too drunk to turn on the light.
You were meant to turn on the light.